In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, deadlines, and expectations. But amidst all the chaos, it's more important than ever to learn how to stay calm and centered. Being able to manage our emotions and reactions can be a game changer, allowing us to approach problems with a clear head and respond in a more thoughtful, intentional way. One of the biggest hurdles to staying calm is stress. It's like a constant companion, lurking in the background and waiting to pounce. Anxiety can be another major obstacle, making it hard to quiet our minds and relax. And let's not forget external pressures, whether it's a demanding boss, a packed schedule, or social media comparisons. There are plenty of things that can throw us off balance. For many of us, it's hard to shake the feeling that we're constantly playing catch-up, and that can be really overwhelming. When we're faced with challenges, it's easy to get reactive, to let our emotions take over and dictate our actions. But what if we could learn to respond differently? What if we could find a way to stay calm, even in the midst of chaos? One strategy that's helped me is mindfulness. By being more present in the moment, I've found that I can better manage my emotions and reactions. Deep breathing is another technique that's been a lifesaver. Taking a few slow, deliberate breaths can really help calm the nervous system. And then there are positive affirmations, which can be a powerful way to shift our mindset and focus on what really matters. I'd like to share a personal story that illustrates the power of embracing calm. A few years ago, I was facing a tight deadline for a project, and things were getting pretty hairy. But instead of freaking out, I took a step back, took a few deep breaths, and reminded myself that I was capable of handling it. I focused on the present moment and broke down the task into smaller, manageable chunks. By staying calm and focused, I was able to deliver a great result and even earn some positive feedback from my team. To wrap things up, the key takeaways are to practice mindfulness, use deep breathing techniques, and focus on positive affirmations. By incorporating these strategies into our daily lives, we can better navigate life's challenges and respond to situations in a more thoughtful, intentional way. With regular practice, we can develop the skills we need to stay calm, centered, and focused, even in the midst of chaos. If you've had any experiences with chaos and calm, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about mindfulness and stress management, be sure to check out my other videos on those topics. I've got a bunch of practical tips and strategies to share. In the Buddhist tradition, the practice of remaining calm and centered is not merely a modern-day strategy, but a deeply rooted spiritual path. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize the importance of inner peace as a foundation for wisdom and compassion. When we understand that the outer world is constantly changing and unpredictable, the only place we can truly anchor ourselves is within. This realization brings a sense of responsibility to cultivate inner stillness and clarity. For centuries, monks and lay practitioners alike have turned inward through meditation and ethical living to develop a state of equanimity that doesn't waver with the rise and fall of external circumstances. When we commit ourselves to this path, we begin to see the world through a new lens. The things that once caused us stress may still arise, but our relationship to them changes. Rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally, we learn to observe. This shift is subtle yet powerful. Observation creates space, and in that space, we gain the ability to choose our response instead of being driven by unconscious patterns. This is the essence of mindfulness, and its power lies not only in reducing stress, but in fundamentally transforming our approach to life. As we integrate mindfulness into our everyday routine, small moments become opportunities for awakening. Washing dishes, waiting in traffic, or even listening to someone speak. All these mundane experiences can become portals to presence. The mind, which is usually scattered and distracted, begins to settle. With time, we experience glimpses of peace that are not dependent on circumstances. It is in these moments that we touch the essence of calm that the Buddha spoke of, a calm that arises not because everything is perfect, but because we're no longer held hostage by the chaos around us. One of the key teachings in Buddhism that supports the cultivation of calm is the concept of non-reactivity. The Buddha taught that suffering arises not from the things themselves, but from our attachment and aversion to them. By observing our attachments, we start to understand the root causes of our agitation. Maybe it's our need for control, our fear of judgment, or our craving for recognition. As we bring these into awareness, we loosen their grip. This is not a passive resignation, but an active engagement with our inner world. Each time we resist the urge to react mindlessly, we deepen our understanding of ourselves. The practice of loving kindness is another cornerstone of Buddhist practice that fosters calm. When we extend kindness toward ourselves, especially in moments of difficulty, we create a soft landing for our pain. Rather than adding judgment to our already stressful experiences, we offer compassion. This self-compassion is healing. It allows us to navigate life's ups and downs without the harsh inner critic. It also extends outward, helping us view others with empathy rather than hostility. A calm mind is a compassionate mind, and this compassion becomes the bridge that connects us to others in meaningful ways. Even the breath, so simple and ever-present, becomes a powerful ally on this journey. Buddhist meditation often begins with breath awareness, not because the breath is magical, but because it is a direct link to the present. Every inhalation invites us back to now. Every exhalation releases tension. The breath teaches us rhythm and patience. It grounds us in the body, making our experience real and tangible. Over time, we learn to ride the waves of emotion rather than be drowned by them. In real life, this might look like pausing during a heated argument to feel the breath before speaking. It might mean taking a walk when anxiety is high instead of ruminating. It might mean turning off the phone and sitting quietly for 5 minutes in the middle of a busy day. These small acts are radical. They signal to our nervous system that we are safe, that we are present, and that we have a choice. This sense of choice, often missing in reactive states, is liberating. Through consistent practice, we begin to embody the qualities of the calm mind. Patience becomes more natural. Gratitude arises more spontaneously. We become less attached to outcomes and more interested in the process. Our sense of self shifts from someone who must control everything to someone who is in relationship with everything. This is the freedom the Buddha pointed to, not the absence of challenge, but the presence of clarity and compassion within it. Ultimately, staying calm is not about suppressing emotions or avoiding conflict. It's about creating an inner sanctuary from which we can face the world. This sanctuary is built brick by brick through awareness, intention, and practice. It is available to all of us, regardless of our circumstances. And the more we return to it, the stronger it becomes. In a world that often celebrates speed and noise, choosing calm is a radical act of courage. It is a return to our true nature. And from that place, we can meet life not with fear, but with openness, strength, and grace.